Underdog, a psychological game where you try to sabotage your fellow players. To set up the game, shuffle the deck and then refer to the setup card. Deal cards according to the number of players. Ensure that each player has space for what will become their personal card collection. Set any remaining cards off to the side. They will not be used during the round. Each player picks up and inspects the hand in front of them. Select one card from your hand and place it face down on the table in front of you. When everyone has selected a card, all players turn their card face up and add it to their own collection area. Then take your hand and pass it face down to the player on your left. Now the process repeats, with each player choosing one card, revealing it after everyone has chosen, and adding it to their personal collection. The cards in your collection area must be visible to all players and grouped by color. When you get down to the last card, you simply add it to your personal collection pile when it's passed to you. When all the cards are gone, the round is over. So what makes a good collection pile? To answer that, you'll need to understand the scoring system. The first thing to know is that each color is scored separately. Second, for each color, only one player is awarded points. Third, the numbers on the cards are only used to break ties. Okay, now for the scoring system. Choose a color to start with. Every player pushes their cards of that color into the center for all to see. If a player has no cards in that color, they simply do not participate. The player with the most cards wins points equal to the number of cards they have. Easy enough, but there is one crucial exception. If a player has exactly one less card than the player with the most cards, then they steal the points from that player. This rule is allowed to trickle down through multiple players. Here's an example. This player has the most green cards, but this player has exactly one less and steals their points. But this player has exactly one less than that player and steals the points once again. Here's a case where we need to use the numbers on the cards to break a tie. This player has the most brown cards, but both of these players have exactly one less. To break the tie, each player adds the numbers on their cards. The player with a higher total wins. If a tie is not broken by adding the numbers on the cards, then the player with the highest single number card breaks it in their favor. Each color is scored in this fashion. The player who wins the points for each color should collect the cards they won, and all the other cards should be turned face down and discarded. This will make totaling points easier in the end. Go through all 7 colors one by one and apply the scoring system. When you're finished, count how many cards you won across all colors. Write down the score for each player, reshuffle the entire deck, and deal another round. Of course, for a shorter game, you can play 1 or 2 rounds, but typically 3 rounds are played, and the player with the most points wins. Now you can see that when building your collection, you'll want to keep an eye on what the other players have, so you can try to undercut them, or pull away with a clear majority in a certain color. Now go play.